Today's video is going to be all about 5 very common beauty mistakes that you might be making and how you can fix them. We're going to jump right into number 1, and this is a really overlooked one in my opinion, and that is sleeping on a regular pillow. Hear me out. Now let me introduce you to your new anti-aging best friend. It is the patented Sleep and Glow Omnia pillow. This is a game changer. Now, before I get into why you need this pillow, and I have actual proof as to why you need this pillow, I wanted to thank Sleep and Glow. They have partnered with me on today's video, and in celebration of Women's Day, they're offering a 15% off discount to anyone using my code NIKKILAROSE. I'll pop it right here. My code is good through March 15th, and I highly recommend you take advantage of it if you are interested in this pillow because the brand rarely offers discounts, so it's a really good time to save money. Now let's talk about why sleeping on a regular pillow could be a big beauty mistake. If you're someone who wakes up with morning puffiness with visible sleep wrinkles, then you might want to check into switching your pillow, because when you think about it, when we sleep at night, whether it's 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, however long you're lucky enough to sleep at night, when you think about the pressure that we put on our faces at night when we're sleeping, all that pressure if we're sleeping on our sides, which I'm a big side sleeper, or even worse, if you're a stomach sleeper and you're sleeping on your face, the sleep wrinkles that you can form can be very long lasting. It could take hours for those wrinkles to disappear from your face, and they're really hard to treat. Can't really cover them up with makeup, right? So it's a difficult thing. And also, as we age, those wrinkles can become permanent. So what seems like artificial sleep wrinkles you just wake up with, as we start to age, those wrinkles can form and be permanent wrinkles on our face. The patented Sleep and Glow Omnia pillow has a unique 3D design that helps fight and prevent sleep wrinkles and morning puffiness. Turning your sleep into actual beauty sleep, you'll wake up with fresh, well-rested skin in the morning. Now, what I actually like the most about this pillow, what I find to be most unique, is the fact that it actually cradles your face. Like, you're not even able to fully smash your face onto this pillow because it doesn't allow you. Now, my favorite part about this pillow is the fact that my head rests perfectly in this cradle. It literally gives you like a feeling of floating on air. Your face is not even, you can't even physically get your face to smash into this pillow because there's 2 kind of like blocks on either end. One smaller, this is gonna go rest right around your neck right here, and this is gonna rest where your forehead is. And then in between, you're not even able to smash your face or, create those wrinkles, those sleep wrinkles, or that puffiness while you're sleeping, because this kind of cradles your head basically in the air and it's super comfortable while you sleep. I notice the biggest difference when I'm not using this pillow, and when I'm not using this pillow is usually when I'm traveling. I should start just packing a bigger suitcase so I can fit this with me, because the difference it makes in my sleep is so noticeable. I can tell right away when I haven't slept on this pillow. My face is definitely noticeably more puffy, and then I have the beginnings of sleep wrinkles that are forming right around here. I'm a big side sleeper, and I notice that I get sleep wrinkles forming on either side above my cheek. That's where I smash my face the most when I'm sleeping on a regular pillow, and this cradle doesn't let me do that. It literally stops you from smashing your face, and it's so comfortable. Right here, I just want to show you how much room you have in between your face when you're sleeping at night. I could fit my whole hand in between. There's that much room in between that cradles your head. It's super comfortable, and it just allows you not to smash your face into your pillow at night. And then an added bonus for me personally is I have a lot of earrings that I keep in my ears at all times. I never take my earrings out at night unless they're like my big hoops and like my more fun pieces that I take out of my front holes right here. But the rest of them, like the inner piercings, I don't take them out. I could totally take them out at night, and it would probably be a really comfortable way of sleeping if I took them out. But I'm gonna be really honest with you, I'm lazy at night and I don't wanna take the time to take all that off as well. So the biggest added bonus for me was the fact that I can sleep so comfortably with all my earrings in and I don't feel them. I literally don't feel them. Whereas if I'm on a regular pillow, my earrings are getting smashed into the side of my face, into my ear. It's uncomfortable. I can feel them. I usually have to like sleep with my hand like this. I know, ridiculous problems that I could definitely solve by taking my earrings out. However, I'm being really honest with you. That was a huge bonus to me having this pillow, because I don't even feel my earrings. And also, I think for anyone who's getting new piercings, this is the pillow to get, because you can heal your piercing without causing irritation, without having that friction with a new piercing. It can be really difficult for them to heal if you're a side sleeper like me, because we're constantly having that pressure on those piercings and on our face. So that was a really big added bonus for me personally. The brand has also conducted a clinical study of the Omnia pillow in a dermatological clinic in Barcelona. In that study, 82% of cases, sleep wrinkles are reduced after 3 months of use, plus the diameter of the wrinkles and their depth were reduced. The Sleep and Glow pillow was also designed by orthopedists to ensure anatomically correct body position during sleep. I've been using this pillow now for going on 6 months, and I can tell you I have seen and also felt such a huge difference when I wake up. I used to wake up and my face would actually kind of hurt. You know, you had that sore feeling of having your face smashed into a pillow at night for 5 to 8 hours if I'm lucky. That's how much my face would be smashed into a pillow as I'm sleeping. And I can tell you firsthand the difference I feel, but I also see it in my face. My face is visibly less puffy in the morning when I wake up. And that's something I've battled for a long time. I always just thought it was normal, like it was water retention, this or that, but I can see it in my face when I'm not using this pillow versus when I am using it. But also the feeling I get when I wake up, I do generally feel way more refreshed after sleeping on this pillow versus like a hotel pillow or like a regular pillow. You know, on my channel, I'm sharing more and more things that I do on a regular basis to like invest in my skin and just taking care of my skin in the long run. I think this is a really big one to look into, and it's one that's overlooked a lot. And that's why I wanted to include it in beauty mistakes, because I think it's a really big mistake that you could be overlooking. And I'm telling you, this is a really worthwhile beauty investment for long term especially. Next beauty mistake that you might be making, and this is something that I hear in person and online all the time, and not to throw shade at any one of you, but I hate to break it to you. The sunscreen that is in your makeup is not enough. It's not enough. It's just not enough. And here's why. You need a ton of sunscreen to like adequately protect your skin from the sun. That's the reality, right? Like you see, you know, beauty YouTubers, beauty content creators, skincare creators on whether it's TikTok, Instagram, like they put a load of sunscreen on, right? So when you think about that, you would need to use the equivalent of that, plus more, really, when you think about it, to actually get enough sun protection out of your makeup. For example, okay, so I have the L'Oreal, I just grabbed a random foundation that was near me that has an SPF in it. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. This has an SPF of 20, right? So I get this all the time. I ask people, you know, when they actually ask for the advice, I ask them, what kind of sunscreen are you using? How are you prepping your skin for your makeup? This and that, right? And they tell me, oh no, I don't wear sunscreen because I have it in my makeup. It's fine. I have it there. I'm covered. I'm good. But the amount of makeup that you would have to put on your face is that of a famous TikToker who is infamous for putting gallons of foundation on her face and lathering it all over. Like that's almost like roughly the visual that I want you to think of. Like that's kind of the amount you would have to put on your skin. Obviously that's an exaggeration, but you know, you're looking at a ton of makeup that you would have to put on your face, on your ears, down your neck. And you know, hopefully you're putting sunscreen on your hands too, because our hands are always out and about and exposed to the elements and the sun. And you wouldn't want to do that, right? You wouldn't want to put those products or that much foundation on your hands, down your neck, get it on your clothing. There's just no way. So basically, anytime you think, I'm okay, I'm covered, I have SPF 30 or I have SPF 40 in my makeup, whatever that formula is, it just isn't enough. So what I always think is, if a makeup or a foundation has sunscreen in it, that's like my added bonus. It's like a false sense of security almost, you know, just knowing that it's there. It kind of makes me feel a little bit more comforted throughout the day, like knowing that I have like a little extra little layer of sun protection on my skin. It's great for that. But I would never rely on it, and I would never want you as my audience to rely on that little itty bit of sunscreen that's in your makeup products to actually properly protect your skin. So that's just a big, big common beauty mistake that I hear and I read about all the time. And I really want to touch on it because I think it's so important, because it's such a misunderstanding, I think, that is out there in the beauty world. So bottom line is, don't rely on the SPF that is in your foundation formulas or even your tinted moisturizers, because unless you're putting a ton of that product on your face, inevitably you're just not getting enough sun protection that you need. So that's a big one for me. Another one is not layering your makeup. Yes, that is a big and very common beauty mistake that I see and hear about across the board. People come to me and I get tons of questions. I even get emails. I got an email just the other day. I'm not even kidding you. Someone was asking me like how I can never get my makeup to last. My makeup never lasts. I put it on in the morning. It looks great. By lunchtime, it's off. My blush is gone. I can't see my cream bronzer anymore. My highlighter is gone. All those things have happened, right? And this is why. If you're just doing a thin layer of makeup, Like let's say you're just doing, tinted moisturizer, you're throwing on your concealer, you're doing a little bit of powder in certain areas just to kind of set it, but you're doing one layer of all of these products. Here's the sad truth. And not many people want to hear this, okay? Because a lot of people want to just be out the door with like a couple very thin, light layers of makeup and call it good. That's fine. But if you want your makeup, if we're strictly talking in terms of if you want your makeup to not disappear or sink into your skin, or if you don't want your face to eat your makeup, that's a big thing. It's a big thing. I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase, but it's a big thing. Your face can actually eat your makeup. That makeup, if it's not layered properly, if it's not sandwiched between other layers in that sandwich, in that burger, you're not going to get the longevity. That's just the reality of makeup. This is why bridal makeup, for example, takes so much longer than an average makeup appointment. You know why? Because we are diligently layering thin amounts of makeup and we're creating this sandwich effect. And that sandwich effect, that's what keeps your makeup on all day. If you're doing and you're relying on one layer of each product, blush, bronzer, moisturizer even, foundation's fine, but like powders, all those things, if you're only doing one little light layer of all those things, it's just not going to have the staying power. It's not going to have the longevity that you're probably desiring, right? So when I get that question, which is a constant question I get, why is my makeup not lasting? What can I do? My makeup, my blush, this blush doesn't last. How come that blush is lasting on you and not me? Well, I can tell you, because I am layering all these products and you're probably not taking the time to do so. So if you've ever wondered why your makeup is not lasting, if it's not staying pigmented, or if it's just not looking as great as it did when you first applied it, this is why. So more is more, but in thin layers. So the more you layer those thin, light layers, the better your makeup application is going to be and the more longevity you're going to get out of that makeup. So I know that was long-winded, but I really hope that cleared up some things and some questions and just some common problems that I hear on a regular basis. Now, the next beauty mistake I want to talk about is one that I also get very, very often. And I get asked on a regular basis, Nikki, what primer do you recommend for this? Nikki, what primer do you recommend for that? Nikki, what's the best primer for X, Y, and Z? What's the best primer for A, B, C? You get the idea. I get this question about primers constantly. And I get it. Listen, I totally get it. We have been kind of brainwashed by the beauty industry. In my opinion, this might be a little harsh, but this is my opinion just from like what I've experienced in my 16 plus years of doing makeup and being in the beauty industry is we have been brainwashed to think that this primer is going to solve all these problems. This primer is going to cure your hangover. I've seen the most ridiculous claims when it comes to primers on the market, and you know what I'm talking about, right? Too Faced. There's so many claims that are out there, and here's the reality. Makeup is not magic. I hate to break it to you. This is something that is like a big misconception. Makeup is not going to make you look like a completely different person, depending on who the artist is. It could. But it shouldn't be that, right? Makeup is not going to get rid of your wrinkles, right? It's going to soften the appearance. It's going to improve the appearance if that's what you're trying to do. But makeup is not magic, and therefore primer is not magic. Primer is something that I rely on solely in certain situations, right? Primer is great as this added luxury benefit, right? This added addition to your already what should be a great skincare routine. Your skincare routine should be what you rely on, not your primers. Your primers are there as like a little buffer, like the cherry on the top, if you will, right? But a primer is not going to take the place of what a great skincare routine and taking really good care of your actual skin will do. When I first started getting into makeup, of course, I was wooed by the primers, and I was told, especially because of the school that I went to, I was told that, not to prime is a crime. If you know, you know. It's a really big tagline for Napoleon Purtis. That was a school they actually went to a few years into trying to be a makeup artist. And that was instilled in my mind. And I realized quickly, out of school and just when you get into the real world, people don't need primers to fix their skin. Primers are not going to fix their skin. Skincare is going to fix your skin. So all that to say, I think a big, big beauty mistake that I hear on a regular basis and I read on a regular basis is that people have this misconception that primers are going to be the cure-all. They're going to solve whatever it is. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong. I have primers. I love quite a few primers. I think more than half of them are probably really gimmicky and should just be replaced by really great solid skincare. But there are definitely a great amount of primers that are on the market that I utilize in my pro kit. I always have primers in my pro kit, not a ton. Do I pull them out for every makeup application? Definitely not. I probably pull them out 30% of the time I'm doing makeup. And like I said, they're great in small doses. They're great as like an added little benefit. So if you're someone out there who has asked me, you know, this primer question, because I get it hundreds of times a month, I would, at this point, like I get so often this question. These are my thoughts on primers. They're great in small doses. They're great for certain occasions. There's a time and a place for a primer, but it will never replace a solid skincare routine for your skin type. Now on that topic, a little side question, if you want to see a video dedicated to the primers that I actually do like and that I actually do utilize as a makeup artist and anytime on myself, leave me a comment, let me know, I'll make that video, I'll get it done, I'll get it posted for you all. Now the last common beauty mistake that I think is such an important one, I cannot stress this one enough, and that is not exfoliating your skin on a regular basis. Yes. And I'm not talking about physical sandpaper type products that feel gritty and sandy and just terrible and too rough on your skin. No. I'm talking about liquid exfoliators. Choosing the right liquid exfoliator for your skin, first of all, but just in general, utilizing a liquid exfoliant. Listen, if you think you got your makeup game down, but you're not using a liquid exfoliator regularly in your routine, your world is about to change. And the way your makeup sits and lays on top of your skin is also about to change. Now, the reason why this is so important is because as we age, as we're just human beings that are exposed to layers of makeup, layers of sunscreen, layers of pollution in the air, all of those things, right? Just washing our face at night is clearly not enough, right? We want to have that little bit of like cell turnover and like skin turnover in a sense, right? Where we're taking off that top layer of dead, dull skin. And I don't mean like by using a physical St. Ives apricot type scrub like my husband used to like to use. I'm talking about using a gentle liquid exfoliator, something that you could actually utilize on a daily basis. Now, I use a liquid exfoliator more times than not on a daily basis. My skin is well adapted to it. It's not sensitive to it. So you might want to play around at first. If you're new to liquid exfoliators in general, start slow. Don't go full on 7 days a week, twice a day. Don't do that, okay? Don't overwhelm your skin. Don't strip it. Don't damage your skin barrier. Don't do any of those things, okay? Now, a disclaimer, obviously, I'm a makeup artist. I can only speak from a makeup artist point of view. But one liquid exfoliator that I keep in my pro kit that I use on every single model that sits in my chair is this one. I talk about it all the time. You're probably bored of hearing about it at this point, but it's the Naturium BHA liquid exfoliator. This, in my experience of working with so many different people on a regular basis, this works for everyone. I use it on men too. Oh my God. The glow that this gives men's skin who are not used to exfoliating other than like shaving the lower half of their face is unreal. It's like instant results, instant glow in a bottle. The reason why this is so important also, of course, it's going to, it's going to smooth your skin. It's going to take away eventually with long-term use and steady use, not overdoing it at first if you're not used to it, right? Start slow. Talk to a dermatologist, do your research first, of course. Don't just listen to me blindly, but this is a game changer. And what it's going to do is it's going to smooth your skin. It's going to let your makeup just sit so beautifully on your skin, right? Because it's sitting on top of well exfoliated, smooth skin. Like that's the ultimate goal. And that's something that primers are not going to give you. That's something that your foundation is going to give you somewhat, but like there's nothing that's going to replace a good skin prep. And that also includes exfoliation. So exfoliation is just absolute key, and the glow that you'll get underneath your makeup is going to be unreal and so worth it. So I promise you, I urge you also to just exfoliate your skin on a regular basis. Get into it. If you're new to it, like I said, start slow, but I'm telling you, you will leave me a comment and you'll be like, liquid exfoliators changed my skin. I promise you. Now, I know this was a mouthful. This video was a lot of information, but I have a lot of strong opinions on all 5 of these beauty mistakes, and I just really wanted to share them with you all. So comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you're making any of these common beauty mistakes. Let me know if you plan on correcting them, or if you just enjoyed this video in general, and if you want a round 2, I can always give you a round 2 of beauty mistakes. There's plenty out there that I can share with you all. Leave me a comment. Tell me what your thoughts are below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. If you like videos like this that are based on mistakes, I have plenty more where they came from. You can check them out right here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.